Hi, my name is Veronica, but everyone calls me Ronnie. I went to the mission in June of 2014. So today is actually my 11 years sober. So I got sober 11 years ago at the mission here in Yuma, Arizona. So funny story, me and my husband actually met at the mission. We were in the drug and alcohol program together. I don't recommend, finding love in rehab, but we actually didn't date there. We became friends after we graduated, and then we started dating after. We are now married. We're working on 7 years of marriage. We have 2 kids together. Remedy is 3, and Keen is 7. Kemper is 15 from a previous relationship, but him and Bo have a really, really great relationship together. So before I went into the mission, I was addicted to alcohol. I had a really bad alcohol problem. I mean, I started drinking at 13, and I went to the mission at 28, so it was nonstop from 13 to 28. I did do drugs also, and so pretty much any and everything I could get my hands on, anything to get me out of self. I was in a toxic relationship with my son's father, and we used and drank together. It was a struggle. Every day was a struggle. All I did was go to work so that I could get drunk or high. I was not a good mother. I could barely pay my bills. And at the end, when I hit my bottom, my mom had taken my son from me. She said, no more. I can't watch you do this anymore. Because she had taken me to a detox in Phoenix, and I left after 2 days. I walked out and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And so she took my son from me, and then it was just the worst downward spiral after that. So I lost everything. I lost my apartment. I was basically living in it, and I wasn't supposed to be. I was squatting in it. I wouldn't get out. And I had no son, no car, no job, no self-worth, no nothing. I was completely only living to drink and use drugs. And then that's when I hit my bottom, and my mom came and got me from Phoenix, took me back here to Yuma, and I walked into detox at the mission. So detox is extremely hard. It's something that I never want to forget though. I never want to forget the pain of what it is to be withdrawing from something that I've been so dependent on for so many years. And so I stayed 9 days in detox, and the first 3 days all I could eat was Tootsie Rolls and drink some water. I couldn't keep anything down. It's like you see in the movies, when people are detoxing. It's exactly what it's like. I was in there with 3 other girls, and after I started to come out of the fog, we were able to watch movies and talk and have a little bit of fun, but I was dead set on not going to the program. I was like, I'm leaving after detox. I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. And my mom said, if you don't complete the 4-month program, you won't get your son back. And so that's why I chose to stay. I did the 4-month drug and alcohol program, 120 days. You have to do the steps while you're there. And that was something that was really hard for me to do also. I dragged on my 4th step and all the steps, but I got through them. And then you're also living with 7 other girls in one room. So it's a lot. Loud. It's so loud. But you know what? After I graduated, I really missed how loud it was. It was so quiet, after I got home. But I made some lasting friendships there. And we had groups, and I had a job. And that's what I love about the mission, is it gives you a foundation for life of what you're going to do once you get out. I got my oldest son back. I graduated, and I actually moved in with my mom. So that's where he was living, with my mom. And then after a year and a few months of living with her, I was able to get us our own condo. I got a job, I got a place to live. It was huge, to be able to support him sober. And then I got married, and we have 2 more kids in recovery that have never seen me drunk. They've never seen me use or drink, or their dad either, so that's huge for our families. I grew up Catholic, and I always kind of saw bad things in the church, so it was kind of really hard for me to believe, as I got older. Plus, God, because alcohol was God. Alcohol and drugs were God. So when I went to the mission and I found out it was a Christian-based rehab, I was like, oh no, this is not for me. We had to do devotions, we had to do all of these, faith-based things, and I really bucked against it the whole time. I was like, I don't like this. We had to go to Celebrate Recovery. But looking back now and how strong I am in my spirituality now, I'm so grateful to have gone to a Christian-based rehab, because the mission really set the groundwork for my spirituality. But that took years to build. So now I do believe in God. I do have faith. I do pray and meditate daily. I know there's something bigger than me out there, that's helping keep me sober. But man, religion and spirituality were really hard for me, but not so much anymore. But we practice a lot of spirituality. Like I said, AA is kind of my church, but we do practice, we pray, we talk about God. We're trying to teach those morals and values to our kids. My mom is Catholic. My oldest sister is a born-again Christian. We do talk about God and religion and spirituality for sure. Like I said, being able to find God there was huge. Also understanding how to have friendships with people, that was huge. But honestly, the sobriety, like the tools the mission gave me for reading the big book, for going to meetings, for being able to be vulnerable and honest, and I saw, it was rough. I mean, it's a homeless shelter. It was rough living there. I saw a lot of stuff, but to be able to stay was huge. So that's like one message I have for people is if you're there and you don't want to be there, just stay. Just stay till the end. What have you got to lose? Literally everything if you leave. Nothing's going to change. So just stay and complete the program. I couldn't wait to leave the whole time. And then the week before graduation, I was terrified to leave because I was like, oh no, where am I going to go? And I have to get a job and I have to be a mother to my son. And it's really difficult. But the mission helped me understand what it was to get back into the community, and be a citizen. Okay, so my life today is pretty full. Like I said, I have 3 kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, but right after I graduated the mission, I became a peer support. I worked at NASCARE for 2 years. It's a mental health facility, and I was able to run groups for people with schizophrenia, anxiety, alcohol, and drug programs, and that was really awesome. I do attend AA, and I have a sponsor, and I help people through the steps. I go to meetings all the time. Like I said, today I'm 11 years sober, and I actually just have a newfound career of being a relationship coach, and I write an advice column for the local newspaper. I think if you're struggling with drugs, alcohol, I think just go to detox. I mean, hopefully they have a bed open, but they are always willing to take people. There's, they're able to let you detox there. There's EMTs. You're not just going to struggle, through it. They do offer you help, and it's the one place to go where it's actually like a safety nest. It is a safety zone. You get to be part of the community. While you're in the program, you get to go out in the community and share what's happening for you there. You get to make friends. You get to go through this crazy life experience with other people that are going through it with you. I really love the groups they have to offer. You can sit down and actually talk about what's going on. All the counselors were awesome, and so I'm just saying, if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol, the Crossroads Mission literally saved my life. Like, it was the last house on the block for me. Like, I was like, I'm not going to a homeless shelter. I was literally homeless at the time, but I was like, I'm not going to a homeless shelter. And I'm so grateful that I did. They are kind, loving, nice, and they will take you in. They'll take anybody in. Mm-hmm.